Alright, Attorney Steve Vondran, let's do this. Okay, we're talking in this video how to become a real estate lawyer. Now, being a real estate lawyer is what I do. I'm a business and real estate lawyer. Attorney Steve, you can find me at attorneysteve.net. But I handle a lot of different types of real estate and broker related cases. And I want to talk to you about how to become a real estate lawyer, okay? And some of the things that you have to be aware of and some of the issues and some of the things you'll be dealing with as a real estate lawyer, so you can see if this is something you want to do or not, okay? So let's get going. Let's go to the Attorney Steve whiteboard. Okay, so we're talking how to become a real estate lawyer. I've got a few check boxes up here, some of the different things that you're going to encounter or some background that you're going to want as a real estate lawyer, okay? Now, your first thing to becoming a real estate lawyer, as you know, in most cases, you're going to need to go to college and get a 4-year degree. If you can specialize in any business or real estate or financing cases, that's really going to help you out. Business, real estate, finances, those are some of the stronger points that would probably help you out. Then after law school, now you don't always have to go to college, but after college you will then get into law school. Generally speaking, you try to get into the best law school that you can get into. Do the best you can on your LSAT exams so that you have the most opportunities and you may be able to get some scholarship money. So you're going to want to be thinking about your law school and getting into that top tier law school, building your resume, interning, doing some things so you can get out there in the real estate community and have some real estate background when you come and you get ready to either apply for your first job or if you're going to hang out your shingle, as I did. When I first was out of law school. So you're going to go to, usually you're going to go to college, then you're going to hit your law school, you're going to get into the best college you can get into, you're going to do as well as you can in your LSAT, and you're going to get some basic training. Now, for myself, I have background in real estate. I've earned a real estate broker license in California. I've earned a real estate broker license in Arizona. I've been in the mortgage business. I've been in commercial real estate. I've been in residential real estate. So I had a background coming into my business, and the nice thing about real estate is it's not the easiest topic to understand. Some people may say, well, it's dry and technical. There's a lot of old English terms and concepts and phrases, and a lot of people have a hard time really even just passing the broker test, but just to get a sales license. So it's not the easiest, which is great because once you get in, not everybody wants to go be a real estate lawyer. So the more people that aren't in the business, the better for you if you are a real estate lawyer. So that's the basics, the general, the background, putting all that together. What's the day-to-day? Here's the type of day-to-day issues we deal with. We start with general compliance, general business, setting up corporations, partnerships, creating independent contractor agreements, helping people sort of get on the business side, making sure that they're not misclassifying an employee and treating them as an independent contractor, triggering some wage and hour claims, those types of things. Social media policies, brokers' policies and procedures. We're going to do another tape walking you through our policies and procedures. You don't want to miss that. So make sure you bookmark us. Click up here. Subscribe. If you subscribe, you get these things coming to you so you can stay on track, okay? But general business issues is one thing, incorporating companies, those types of things. In California, we're doing incorporations. In Arizona, where they recognize LLC as an entity, we're doing those, okay? So general business law, that needs to be part of your background. Broker compliance, this is a big issue. There's all sorts of issues that arise in the day-to-day practice of your residential, your commercial real estate. As a good real estate attorney, you're going to be expected to know those. This is going to be your area. You're going to be working in these niches. What are the topics? We have agency, understanding when agency is created, how it works, who's an agent for who, those kinds of things, dual agency, contracts, transactional contracts. You have your fair housing laws, your Unruh Act, those kinds of things. Very important to understand basically how these things work. And you're also looking at your other federal laws such as truth in lending and RESPA. RESPA being really big on, truth in lending being big in lending, RESPA being really big on referral fees and kickbacks, things that are very important. We have other top videotapes out there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, check it out. We have other playlists on here. You can learn some of these things. We have RESPA on there already. Your NMLS rules and regulations, the SAFE Act, the new laws coming out regulating how brokers are going to be handling this. You have your fiduciary duties, having a good grounding in fiduciary duties, being that we do engage in litigation and arbitration of real estate matters, so you need a good grounding of what the fiduciary duties are, what the standards of care are in the real estate business, and like I said, having a real estate background would assist you in that. Understanding errors and omissions coverage, unfair business practices, so forth and so on. Like I said, with social media out there now, it's also copyright. Having a familiarity with copyright and trademark are very important. And where you have certain customer lists involved, even trade secrets. So these kinds of things you need to understand. This is part of the day-to-day operation and the things that we do. And these result a lot of times in accusations against real estate brokers, realizing whenever there's a complaint, the real estate board's normally going to investigate that. You could find yourself in an accusation for any of these issues. So it's very important as a real estate lawyer to have that background and that understanding. These are things that take you into the real estate arbitration, your realtor code of ethics, your transactional violations, things that you're having issues with. You may find yourself in arbitration and litigation. What are some of the litigatable issues, some of the things that we deal with? Financial elder abuse involving real estate. That's on the rise. There's a lot of elders with property, a lot of grandkids, professionals, people trying to get the property. Financial elder abuse is the big one. Breach of fiduciary duties, as we talked about. Real estate fraud. There's lots of real estate fraud going on. You'll be dealing in this area as a real estate attorney. Eminent domain, not as big now. It's cooled off a little, but this will probably come back. Eminent domain being the power of a city, state government to seize property for personal purposes, for public purposes, but they have to pay just compensation. So you get into the battle of the appraisers, what's just compensation, what's fair. Dual agency is another big area. Yeah, in California, dual agency is legal, but it's tricky. It triggers your breach of fiduciary duties, and are you doing things fairly and honestly? We have other tapes out there on dual agency. Bookmark us, get that tape. And non-disclosure, disclosure requirements, title insurance, foreclosure, predatory lending is something that we do a lot of business in. The short sales, the foreclosure litigation, those kinds of things. Notary fraud is also big. A lot of notaries out there are doing these kinds of things. So that's your real estate, your arbitration, your litigation. You'll also be expected to know something about land use and zoning. This is your variances, you're learning how to rezone property, special use permits, liquor licenses could go in there, but just your variance and your land use issues, that's something a real estate lawyer will be doing. Of course, you don't have to. Some lawyers will focus in one or more of these areas. These are just my general areas of real estate law. And then you have your transactions, both your commercial and your residential, understanding the mechanics of how a deal goes from the offer through the escrow process and through the close process, tying in loans and appraisals and all that. How do you do that? So that's another big area of the real estate lawyer's kit. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what a real estate lawyer does. I love the business. I think you'll love the business if you have the passion for business and real estate issues. If you need a real estate lawyer for any of these matters, give us a call, 877-276-5084, or find me on the web at attorneysteve.net. That's attorneysteve.net. We look forward to working with you. I got to get back to work.